what are your name and pronouns?
My name is Rex, and my pronouns are he, they.
And how do you identify?
I identify as a demi-boy. Demi-boy. Bleh.
Oh my god, just yesterday I actually interviewed a demigirl, so
Oh, cool.
I learned what demigirl and demiboy was yesterday, so that's
Yay.
new to me. Can you tell me a bit about your VTuber model or persona?
Yeah. It's actually under work right now, but currently it's just a little sun guy.
I love it.
Yeah.
How did you ensure that your model represented you?
Probably the biggest reason it represents me is because my boyfriend calls me Sunlight, so that really helps. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's what got me to connect with it more than any other I've done.
That's really cool. All right, it's the first time I've heard something like that based on what somebody calls you. That's kind of cool. That must
Right?
be like extra
cute.
special. Then you whenever you think about your model, like, oh, it reminds you of your partner.
Yeah.
I love that. My partner actually made my model, so whenever I have my model, I think of my partner as well.
That's so cute. I made my partner a model too, but he doesn't use it.
Aww.
I just made it for fun.
Yeah. Do you use was it like a 2D, 3D model or?
Currently I make my own models in Vroid.
Fellow Vroid maker, let's go!
Yeah!
Yeah, mine was originally made in Vroid as well. Well, the one I'm currently using is my 2D model, but my 3D models that I've been using for the past 2 years are all made in Vroid. So
Nice!
yeah. Anyway, so what drew you to VTubing, and do you find it rewarding?
Mostly the anonymity, I guess. I don't like the idea of my face being out there. And people being like, oh my god, I know you, and I'm like, I don't know you, what? And I do find it really rewarding. It's very fun. Even if I'm not big yet, like, obviously, but it's still very fun to stream and talk to people.
Absolutely agree there.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so can you share some of the highs and lows of your journey being transgender or gender nonconforming in the VTubing space?
Ooh, highs, I guess I get to represent myself the way I want to. Through my model, through the way I talk and everything. And people are still gonna misgender me, of course, because of my voice. But it hasn't happened yet, so that's nice.
That's a good sign.
As for the lows, I haven't really had any lows in the VTubing space yet, thankfully.
That's good.
Yeah. But in general, people not being accepting is one of the big things we have to deal with, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, I know what that's like. So I think it also depends. Some people have a lot of bad experiences, and some people have like no bad experiences.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on what kind of people you like get involved with. Like, for example, I mentioned to other interviewees, but I get involved in the Valorant community, and so because of that, I get people coming into my chat after I drop my link. Which I drop my link even if they're being hateful. I drop my link because it gives me views. So, note to self: always, if you can take the heat, always drop your link and fuck everyone else.
Hell yeah.
So I get people coming into my chat being rude and trying to start shit, and I'm just like, you realize that I knew you would act this way, and I dropped my link so you'd give me the view, right?
Right. Power move.
It's like if you're gonna get hate for it, at least profit off of it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm glad to hear that you haven't had many lows in your journey so far beyond the usual. So that's always relieving to hear. I think a lot of people have actually said similar things, so it makes me hopeful that maybe the community is not so bad beyond competitive gaming. So
right.
So would you say that VTubing has helped you discover more about yourself?
Kind of. It made me more in the making aspect. Like, I guess I realized I'm not nearly as bad with technology as I thought I was. Mostly with OBS and setting up VTuber stuff. I'm still very new to it, but I'm getting better, which is nice.
Hell yeah. You kind of have to.
Right. As for learning about myself in general, Not yet. I haven't been streaming super long, but I guess I've also learned that I'm not as scared of it as I used to be. Because at first I was extremely awkward. I still kind of am, because I haven't been streaming very long. But I've learned once I get in the flow of it, I'm a lot better, so that's nice.
Hell yeah, I'm glad to hear that. What would you say to somebody who is looking at VTubing as an option to being their truest self in content creation?
Do it. For sure. Do it.
Do it.
I absolutely recommend it, because, like, it's so freeing in terms of, like, even just personal safety, because you don't have to worry about someone seeing you on the street and being like, that's that trans person, what the fuck, you know?
Exactly. God, I didn't even think about that, like, being recognized for hateful reasons. Oh, God.
Exactly. It's terrifying. But, like, VTubing really lets you be yourself in a sense that, like, you don't have to worry about any bad things in terms of real life, at the very least. Of course, bad things are going to happen online, but it's very easy to disconnect yourself from it because they're not talking about me, they're talking about that cartoon person. Haha.
Yeah, who's Rex? I don't know him. Man,
exactly,
it'd be crazy
like,
if I was Rex, huh?
Imagine that.
And it's just like, oh man, to think about it, I wonder how, like, big VTubers feel, right? People, like,
oh, I know,
like, going to, like, you know, in public, and if they ever got, like, mentioned, like, VTubers, like, what do they think to themselves? They go,
right?
That's me right there. They're talking about
That's
me
like,
right now, but I can't tell them they're talking about me.
Right? Could you imagine being Iron Mouse? People talk about Iron Mouse all the time.
Yeah.
But she's just sitting there like, huh?
I can only imagine how, like, you know, the Japanese branch of Hololive feels, you know, in Japan, especially since idol culture is so big there. I can only imagine.
That'd be so weird.
Oh yeah. God, someday to be big enough to hear someone talk about you and go, oh, that's me, but they can't know that.
Right? It's like that meme with the person sitting in the corner of the party.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, last thing, I guess. Last question. It's not really on the record, but well, it's not written down. But is there anything else that you want people to know about your experiences being transgender, gender nonconforming in the VTubing space?
I think I've mostly said everything, but yeah, I really want to nail down the safety of it. Like, it's very freeing to be able to represent myself however the fuck I want, whether it be realistic or not, and not have to face bullshit people for it.
Hell yeah. Hey, I mean, that's the thing that's a good takeaway, right?
Yeah.
You're the first person to actually mention safety as one of the upsides. Most of the people just being like, oh yeah, I don't want to show my face, but then you're like, safety, you know, nobody's gonna be able to recognize you, so good luck getting doxxed, buddy.
Exactly.
So yeah, I really like that takeaway. Thank you for giving your input on that, and thank you for being willing to do an interview with me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for including me. I'm super honored.
Of course. I mean, shit, you're helping me out.